People around the world often put their trust in the hands of medical professionals. Holistic health takes a step back and looks at basic ways to help the body heal mentally and physically. Certified holistic health coach Paula Peterson educates others about oils that may help them heal. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Katie.
What are essential oils?
Actually, it's extracted from plants to help people in their healing process.
All right, well, now these have been around for some time now. What is the history behind them?
Well, actually, man has been using plants for healing from back in the beginning of time.
All right, what are some things, some typical things that these essential oils are used for?
Well, the reason why I get so excited about it and passionate about it is because my daughter was able to get off her asthma meds because of essential oils.
Okay. Now your title is Certified Holistic Health Coach. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Well, actually, I meet with people and I sit down with them and I listen to them and we look at their whole life and I support them in their goals. They decide on what goals that they want to become healthier and happier and increase the quality of their life, and I support them through that. Give them the resources that they need and the tools.
All right, why essential oils? What made you decide that you wanted to do this?
Well, like I said, my daughter, it was such an impact on her and her life with reducing her asthma meds down to actually 0 now. And there's so many people that we're helping with the oils, and it's just so rewarding for me to see them bring their health into their own hands and really get empowered. And that's why I do it.
Okay. Now we have a variety of oils here on the table. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about a couple of these. Here's a bottle called Thieves. What is this used for?
Well, Thieves that's really one of my favorite oils. It's how it got its name. It's a blend of oils. There's cloves and cinnamon and some other oils in it, and it's an antibacterial oil. And how it got its name was back in the Black Plague days. There was a excuse me, a band of gypsies that were selling spices, and there were people that were dying from the Black Plague, and they decided to rub the spices on them and steal from the people that were dying. And they never got sick. And they told the recipe to the king, and he let them loose, and it was just a blend of their spices and herbs.
Okay, so some of these oils, have a story behind them. Mm-hmm. What are some ways that you can apply the oils?
Actually, most of the oils that I use, I apply right on my chest. My daughter that uses the oils for her asthma applies them on her chest. We were just talking in the back, we're kind of laughing about there's some oils that you need, but you may not like the smell. So you can put them on the bottom of your feet as well. So that's I guess how I use most of them. However, you can diffuse them, so you have aromatherapy, and you can also ingest most of the oils.
Okay, and now these oils are in tiny little bottles. The concentration of the oil in there is very high. If I would take and put the whole bottle on my skin, would it be dangerous? Is there a wrong way to apply the oils?
Again, it's a matter of taking your health into your own hands. And what works good for me won't necessarily work good for you. It's just a trial and error. Like for my daughter Erica, she will put her oil on as needed, but usually it's about 3 times a day. And typically I would put maybe 2 to 3 drops on. I certainly would never use more than that. So I guess that's how she uses hers. I use mine. It's like anything else. You just have to be very careful.
All right, now you say that you use these for a variety of different ailments. Mm-hmm. Why would a person choose to use this oil over maybe, a prescription drug?
Well, I guess for me, I would rather put something natural in my system than something with synthetics. And what's really fun for me is when I'm out and about and somebody will come up to me and say, Paula, I was able to get off my Zoloft because of Peace and Calming. And that's pretty exciting for me.
Okay, some say, oh, it works for me, but there's still those skeptics out there. Some may use the term, snake oil. What do you tell, these skeptics to legitimize essential oils?
That's a good question, because there are a lot of people out there that are not familiar with them. And they, they do look kind of funny. You see this little bottle and you wonder, well, can that really take away 4 asthma medicines? And I just tell them, it really works for me and it works for my family. And I've done a lot of research and I know what I would choose. This is what I would choose. It's not for everybody, but it is for me and my family. So.
Now you say it's benefited you and your family. How has it?
Well, obviously with Erica and her asthma, I have a little rat terrier and he is like my son. I actually have 3 kids. I have two girls and a boy, and then I have Riley, who's kind of like my son. And I put the oils on Riley as well. So, and he's a real barker, and he's pretty hyper. And I put peace and calming on the pads of his feet, and it calms him right down. It's amazing. And too, we clean with all the products from Young Living essential oils that are all natural.
Great. Thanks so much for coming on the show today and sharing
Katie.
your story.
Thank you.